Get up, you son of a bitch!
Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
What up? You already know this is Pawn's Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka El Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. As the world has heard, Terence Crawford, unfortunately, after his celebration, after his parade in his hometown, after the after parties, the hotel lobby, and Omaha police put a pistola on the king of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like when the Yankees win the World Series and they throw a Yankee parade in the heart of New York City. And then after that, they go to the after party, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, and all them. And then NYPD stops Derek Jeter. After all they done for New York City, after all the way they represent New York City, can you imagine if they would have just pulled over Derek Jeter and put the gun on Derek Jeter? Can you imagine that? Well, that's what they did in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, don't nobody know no damn Omaha, Nebraska unless if it's the college football team or Terence Bud Crawford. I would never ever think about going to Nebraska. The only thought of me ever going to Omaha, Nebraska is to see a fight with Terence Crawford. If it was with Terence Crawford, I don't give a damn about Omaha, Nebraska. How in the hell is your pride and joy, the hometown hero, the face of boxing, the king of boxeo, putting money, celebrating the hope, and you know the cops know who the hell is Terence Crawford. Because you know when they have a parade, the police department will have a meeting. And everybody knows that there's going to be a parade in the town. I mean, that's the only real work is out there, right? So everybody knows Terence Crawford. The police department knows who Terence Crawford is, right? It's just like if you're in New York, like I'm from New York City. The police department know who Derek Jeter is. The police department who is Patrick Ewing, right? If Patrick Ewing would have won the championship, damn, I wish he would have won the championship with the New York Knicks. But let's say we win the chip. Or let's bring it to the modern day. If Jalen Brunson wins the chip, game 7, hits a 3. Oh my God, Jalen Brunson won. The New York Knicks won. The whole city know who the hell Jalen Brunson is. The whole police department know who he is. You gonna pull a gun on Jalen Brunson? No. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. We ain't going to let it happen. We're going to stand by Terence Crawford, not only Omaha, Nebraska, but the American citizens and the American boxing fans and the American sports fan will stand next to Terence Bud Crawford. Now, I know y'all been following the channel, and y'all like, damn, Punch? Damn. I mean, for months, you was going in on Terence Crawford. Ladies and gentlemen, I was predicting a fight, and I thought the Canelo was going to win. Hey, guys, I got it wrong. That doesn't mean I hate Terence Crawford. That doesn't mean I hate his accomplishment. 5-division world champion, 3-division undisputed world champion. I was just assessing the fight as logical as I can. Y'all acting like y'all all seen a 3-division undisputed world champion in your life. Let me know. Tell me how many fighters have become a 3-division undisputed world champion. Come on, I will. I get it now. Some of y'all gonna be like, I get it. Because in the end of the day, I get it. In the end of the day, us as boxing fans, especially boxing fans, or put it this way, sports fans, the only thing we have is opinions and bragging rights. That's it. That's all we have. Unless that you bet on a fight or bet on a game. All right, now you got your money in it. But all we have as fans is opinions and bragging rights. That's it. Unless if you're in the corner with one of these fighters or you're a team, you're part of the team of these fighters, then I get it. But all we have is opinions, opinions, and bragging rights. I don't get to brag. I don't got my bragging rights because I didn't pick Bud Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez. I had my bragging rights when I picked Terence Bud Crawford beating Earl the True Spence, and I was having a good time. Just like some of y'all having a good time with the Canelo Alvarez. Some of y'all was neutral. Some of y'all didn't want to pick a side because, see, none of y'all wanted to be wrong. None of y'all wanted to stick your neck up and say, yo, I got Bud or I got Canelo Alvarez. So now y'all want to act like y'all geniuses. Oh, now y'all on Canelo or y'all would have been on Bud. Now that's it. Y'all played it safe. Some of y'all played it safe. Yeah, at the end of the day, one thing for sure is, man, I'm patriotic to the bone. Ladies and gentlemen, I got an American flag tattooed on my neck. And I recall in so many videos, especially when I started this channel, I say I'm here to preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. I have videos talking about the American boxing community. I have videos saying that we need to support our American boxers. That doesn't mean that you can't be you can't be fans of other fighters from different nations and stuff like that. I'm a fan of Naoya Inoue. I'm not Japanese. I'm a fan of Canelo Alvarez. I'm not Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I like Alexander Usyk. I'm not Ukrainian. Yeah, at the end of the day, I understand, and I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years that we need to stand by and we need to pump American fighters because boxing in America is dying. Boxing in America is dying. I keep on. I've been saying it for years. And some of the even some of the subscribers used to get mad at me, and some of the followers even when I go to other channels and shit like that. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my brother Rapstar Boxing out of the voice of the UK London. Shout out to the members. Shout out to Christian. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing in the building. Sometimes people get mad at me because I hold us accountable as the boxing fans. And people be like, yo, Punch, stop blaming us and stuff like that. Hey, yo, you got to blame the manager and the promoters and the PBC, the Al Haymans and the top ranks of the world, the Eddie Hearns of the world and stuff like that. And that's the reason why a lot of people love Turkey Al Sheikh because they think that Turkey Al Sheikh is the savior. You got to remember that this community is a narrative cesspool. It's a narrative cesspool. It's very tribal. It's very divisiveness in this community. And it gets to the point where you lost that itch in becoming a fan because you start holding on to your opinion rather to glorifying the sport or giving the just due of a fighter that probably didn't think that was going to do something great or whatever. You want to hold on to the opinion. You want to hold on to the narrative. As a matter of fact, there's an opinion that you may coexist with the channel that you may hate. And you don't want to give in because you know what? Man, I'm sounding like this, dude. Now I don't even like this. Nah, man. Nah. But I always said, and for those who truly are loyal to the channel, y'all know I always said, I'm here to educate, and I'm also here to be educated. I'm not this guy. I don't come from that cloth, that bone that says, oh, it's my way or the highway. I'm always right and y'all always wrong. I'm good in being wrong. At the end of the day, guess what? I witness greatness. I witness greatness. Sometimes you get it right. Sometimes you get it wrong. Sometimes for the most part, I get it right. But sometimes I get it wrong. This one was big wrong and I said to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna dedicate. Everybody want to see this fight. This is the only fight that people want to talk about. This is there to be great. This is what they want. All right, so I'm gonna dedicate my channel for a month, and I'm just gonna be talking about Bud and Canelo. That doesn't mean because I pick Canelo that I hate Bud. But I'm gonna open up to y'all the layers of everything. At the end of the day, I'm human. Just like Bud Crawford is human. Just like everybody else in the chat and everybody else, every fighter that stepped inside the ring is humans. right? Again, I'm gonna say it again, and then we're gonna be moving forward to what happened. Yesterday out there in Omaha, Nebraska, while a police pulled out a gun on Terence Crawford. I know a lot of people already heard. He was detained. This dude said, "Hey yo, my man. Hey yo, black man, get out the damn car. What you got over there, black man?" Because I know people. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how this country is. They be like, man, they can't see us. You know how it is. Whether people going to turn this into a race thing, but guess what? But guess what? People got every right to be to turn into a race thing because the history, and I get it. Sometimes we don't want to hear it. Sometimes we don't want to throw race into everything. But at this point, and then there's gonna be people out there that appreciate the police and said that, you know what, he just did his job. He saw a gun. He don't know what's gonna happen. There's police officers that get shot and all of that. But this police officer should know who the hell he's talking to. He's talking to the king of boxing, Terence Crawford. Don't you put a gun on Terence Crawford? Or maybe he knows that Terence Crawford got registered hands. And he already threatened by Terence Crawford. He said, fuck, this guy gonna fuck me up anyway, without a gun. Every time a person gets to this status, every time a person gets to this status in the sport of boxing or in the entertainment business, here comes the cops. Here comes the cops. I ain't never heard Javante Tank Davis getting in trouble back in the days. On the come up, he started getting in trouble when he started getting that money. Every time every time. Look at Devin Haney. Remember Devin Haney got arrested. Leading up to the Jose Ramirez fight for a gun. Remember? Charlo got arrested. Right? Adrian Broner, Adrian Broner been getting arrested and stuff like that before even. So all right, Adrian Broner, you push that to the side. But everybody, even Deontay Wilder, I think Deontay Wilder got arrested for I don't know if it was a gun for marijuana or something like that, right, in L.A. Yeah, he got arrested for a gun and marijuana in L.A., I believe so. Every time. Ryan Garcia got arrested, but that was his just dude. He was acting like a rock star out there in the hotel and F up the room. He said the cop was a Canelo Alvarez fan. Hey, yo, I seen a picture with the cop but they put the Canelo Alvarez face with a big ass mustache. Put Crawford, stop it. Get out of the court. Hey, yo, Canelo, what's wrong with you, bro? Get out of the court, Canelo. Cut that butt, man. You beat the fuck out of me, man. You embarrassed me, man. I get you thinking right now. I take it to jail. Fuck that shit, man. Canelo Alvarez is tight. Canelo Alvarez, man, he snapped. Canelo Alvarez beat up a cop, took his uniform, put it on, and stopped Buck Crawford. That's no fair, man. I was the king, man. I was the king of boxing, motherfucker. You destroyed my life, man. My wife don't even look at me the same anymore, man. My daughter she said you are a superhero. I hate you, Buck Crawford. You destroyed my life. Hey, yo, chill, Canelo Alvarez, man. You got mad money. I don't care about the money, man. I have a lot of money off my ass. I got used to having money. I don't have pride anymore. I don't feel like a man. Canelo Alvarez, man. Hey, yo. Buck Crawford, you destroyed my life, man. Fuck that shit, man. What am I supposed to do right now, man? I should have said it was a robbery in the post-fight interview. I look like a fucking ass right now. I said that I couldn't do nothing with you, man. Hey, yo, it's so sad. I do see toxic Canelo Alvarez fans happy that Terence Crawford got detained and got his gun pulled. That's haters right there. Hey, yo, let me say it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't nothing to celebrate right now about Canelo Alvarez. Yo, anybody that's trying to preach this Canelo Alvarez shit right now, shout out to Canelo Alvarez, shout out to his legacy, shout out to everything he done in the sport of boxing. But at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez, let's be real, let's be honest. When he started saying, I do whatever I want to do, he said F you to the fans. Right? And I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, and I felt that. I felt that. Canelo Alvarez ain't give a damn about us no more. Alright? And Canelo Alvarez ain't give a damn about the Mexican people. Alright? He didn't give a damn. Because all we wanted from Canelo Alvarez, because I think that we did it, he did it all, right? He did it all. But all we wanted from Canelo Alvarez is just to fight David Benavidez. Because we trusted that Canelo Alvarez is all about greatness. Until he started talking in languages that we didn't even understand. I didn't understand the language that Canelo Alvarez was talking about. He never mentioned height. He never mentioned that fighters are bigger. He never mentioned that rehydration clause. Well, well, the Daniel Jacobs, but you understand. But then when he started saying that I want to get $200 million for David Benavidez, 25, he's gonna come in 25 pounds and all that stuff. We ain't never heard that type of talk from Canelo Alvarez. It looked like, damn man, David Benavidez is putting fear in you. Yeah, in the end of the day, I just didn't think that Bud Crawford, after going to the 154-pound division, fighting Madrimov, a 9-0 guy, 10-0 guy, seeing what he did to Jamal Charlo, the undisputed in 154, which I respect to the fullest, y'all know that, right? And I saw, damn, man, how is Terence Bud Crawford, and then he's going to have another layoff. So my assessment was logical. But smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like. But Bud Crawford is representing everything that should be valuable in the sport of boxing. And this is why we all have to be fans of Terence Bud Crawford. And I'm praying that Terence Bud Crawford does not retire, because we need Terence Bud Crawford more than ever, ladies and gentlemen. We need Bud more than ever. Yes, you need my chocolate thunder. Punch drunk, about time you said it. We need the chocolate thunder. Hey, yo, even Turkey Out Shake heard what they did in Omaha, Nebraska. Turkey Out Shake was like, what the fuck? I'm going to get in a plane right now. Who put a gun on my chocolate thunder? Who put a gun? How they did put a gun on my chocolate thunder, the king? Who put handcuffs on my chocolate thunder? The only one that's putting handcuffs on my chocolate thunder is me. No police just put handcuffs on chocolate thunder but me. He's my chocolate thunder. Chocolate thunder, how dare you let somebody put handcuffs on you? You know that's us. That's what we do. I'm just playing around, folks. I'm just playing around. But all hands on deck. I support Terence Bud Crawford. Yes, Punch Drunk Boxing support Terence Bud Crawford 100%. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Yo, Punch, you was going for Canelo. So what? I'm going for Terence Bud Crawford now. And what? And what? Huh? Yo, but you switching up, and I don't give a damn. Sometimes when I'm in the bar, I be asking for Jack and Coke, and then I switch up to Long Island iced tea. All right? Like, oh, yo, bro, you switching up, yo. Now you liking this fighter. So what? Like you ain't like one bitch one like another bitch the other day. Why can't you switch bitches and I can't switch? Huh? Motherfuckers be acting like they. Hey, yo, you know what's funny? Like when you start liking a fighter and stuff like that, like okay, now I'm a real, I'm a diehard fan of of Bud Crawford now. And the other fans feel like, no, stay on that side. Shut the fuck up. Like if you are the leader, the manager of the Bud Crawford fan base, Nah. Show me your ID. Nah, you ain't coming in, bro. You ain't coming in. Shut the fuck up. I support Terence Bud Crawford because American boxing needs him more than ever. And he's the standard right now. He's the standard. And by adding the value, and this is what we need, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we need. When Terence Bud Crawford fights again, I don't give a damn right now who he fights. But whoever he fights, we gotta come out. Everybody. If his pay-per-view is $200, we pay for that shit. We need Bud Crawford. And the thing is that Bud Crawford needs us. We got to show that daring to be great is the most valuable thing in the sport of boxing. We have to show that high risk and high reward is the most valuable. Because at the end of the day, if we do not add value to what Terence Bud Crawford did, then more people is going to choose the Gervonta Tank Davis route. We have to say that this is the most lucrative route. We have to stand by the fighters that is wants to hold the morals and the principle of the sport of boxing, not just the business. If you understand what I'm trying to say. That's why we got to represent and we got to support Terence Bud Crawford to the fullest. We have to keep his name alive. We got to keep his accomplishment alive because because in the end of the day, this is the evolution of everything. This is the evolution of everything. See, the fighters that come before Floyd, you remember people wanted to be Floyd. We thought that Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney wanted to be Floyd. You know, you could play it safe. You could be just defensive. You don't really got to go for the gusto. You don't have to go toe-to-toe and you still go make man money. Terence Bud Crawford is setting the tone. Terence Bud Crawford is saying, man, to be great and to get the most money, you got to dare to be great and you got to fight. Not just box. No. You got to take it from the champion because that's what Terence Bud Crawford did to Canelo Alvarez. If Bud Crawford would have stayed fighting the way that he was fighting in the first 7 rounds, very careful, very technical, but very defensive, and went all the way like that to the 12th round, he never would have won that fight. What won him the fight is those exchanges that he needed to sit down. Those exchanges that when you heard Bo Mack in the corner say, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Oh, yes, Bo Mack. Terence Bud Crawford needed to do that because that's what won the hearts of the boxing fan. That is what won him the fight. Whether people like it or not, it wasn't the technical side of things. Remember, one scorecard, what was it, 2 scorecards? Or 1 scorecard? Yeah, 2 scorecards, 115, 113. The other one was 116, 112. If Terence Bud Crawford did not do what he did in the 11th and 12th rounds, if Terence Bud Crawford did not fight, fuck the boxing shit. If Terence Bud Crawford did not fight, he never would have won that fight. You just can't dare to be great and pot shot your way to victory. No. Mm-mm. They was not going to give it to Bud Crawford. If Bud Crawford did not win those exchanges in the 11th and 12th round, they were not going to give it to Bud Crawford. Look at the score. Look at the scorecards. Look at the scorecards. It came down the stretch, clutch time, and he did what he had to do. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all familiar with the channel, get familiar with me pumping Bud Crawford on an every other day basis. You know why? Because I'm an American and we need to support our American more than ever. I love all the fighters. I love Usyk. I love Inoue. I love, you know what I'm saying, the forward. I love Beterbiev and all that. But right now, boxing needs us more than ever. And we need to represent Bud more than ever. He did what he needed to do. It's our job now to make sure that what he did stand the test of time. That what he did is the morals and principle of the sport of boxing. That what he did is the bar. Give me a second with the thank you with the super chat. When I stop on the red light, I'm driving, my brother. I can't read it right now, but I'm going to read it as soon as I stop at the red light, my brother. Good looking now, boxing talk. I can't read it at the moment. As soon as I stop at the red light, my brother. Appreciate you. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? We gotta do, ladies and gentlemen, we have to represent the way that Mexico represent their fighters. Win, lose, or draw, they rocking with Canelo. Win, lose, or draw, they rocking with Marquez. Win, lose, or draw, they rocking with what's his name? Look at El Tigre. From 160, from 130 pounds. Emmanuel Navarrete. Navarrete got draws. Navarrete lost. They still rock with Navarrete. See, but in America, we don't do that, bro. We some haters, and we need to stop it. And I'm not gonna have it on my channel. 100% Bud Crawford is the motherfucking king of boxing right now. He's the face of boxing. He's the face of boxing. We holding the American boxing community. We gotta uplift. Stop with the tribalism. Stop with the division. Ladies and gentlemen, we got great American fighters doing their thing. Stop being a hater of Shakur. Stop being a hater of Tio, because these guys are doing their thing. Stop being a hater of Devin Haney. Devin Haney is going to fight for his third division world title by the age of 26, facing Brian Norman Jr. coming out of a great knockout. If these are guys that's going to be accomplishing the most in the sport of boxing, they're going to be the most hated, what are we doing? What are we doing? Yes, I have my level of criticism. And I have my level of praise as well. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez is the biggest fight in America outside of Terence Bud Crawford's next fight. And if we get that fight, in which they're already in negotiations, if we get that fight, and yo, all of us should make sure that they're going to get paid the way that they deserve, and we're going to come out and represent. Because if we don't represent, because we can't be saying, oh, we want to see the best fighting the best. We have to, everybody all hands on deck, got to be like, this is the greatest. Yo, Shakur is the man. Tio is the man. We got to pump it up. I never heard a Ukraine dude talk shit about Lomachenko in my life. In my life. I never met Ukraine talk shit about Usyk. I never heard a criticism of Alexander Usyk from a Ukraine dude. Never in my life. I never had a Japanese talk shit about Inoue. I don't like how no, he no good. He not good. He not good. He's a high job. He's not good. He's a high job. Why we can't represent like the other nations represent? Why? Let me ask y'all that question in the chat. What keeps us from representing them the way other nations represent their fighters? See, let me tell you like this. Listen to me real quick. And I'm going to say this. Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of a race, because in America, it's about race. Everywhere else is about culture. This is the problem. And I say this to my black community. I'm going to say this to my beautiful black community. Listen to me. Listen to your Latino brother that's also identified as black because of my skin tone. Okay? Listen to me. Because I'm going to give it to you what people say about the black community from other cultures. One thing that many cultures feel that the black community don't have is unity. Y'all hate each other. Y'all put each other down. That is the negative reputation. And other cultures believe that. I'm telling you that as a Latino brother. Don't take this personal, y'all. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Because if Marquez and Morales is fighting, the whole Mexican people win. They win. If Earl Spence and Bud Crawford is fighting, you guys was tearing Spence down and Bud down. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you another example, and it's gonna be outside of the sport of boxing. Nas, my favorite rapper, just closed in. The New York City has approved in that $5 billion casino he's trying to do in Queens. Shout out to Nasir. In that article, they put the face of Jay-Z. And I wrote in the tweet, why y'all put a face on Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z didn't get the approval. He's trying to do a casino as well. He didn't get the approval. But this what it is, what they trying to do. They trying to shame Jay-Z because of Nas' success. Instead of praising just Jay-Z and Nas. And it happens in the sport of boxing as well. After the Canelo Alvarez fight, I'm really not, I see the shame in Canelo and it's just due. But most other people was talking shit about Mayweather to further uplift Bud. Why? Why just can't Floyd Mayweather be great in his own right and Terence Bud Crawford could be great in his own right? See, this is what we see that people do. Why it had to be, oh, Bud Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez, and then all of a sudden, it's almost a week of bashing that Floyd Mayweather is less great than Terence Bud Crawford. Why? Why it had to be? Why attack Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather's retired, and that's what I mean. Y'all can't, people just can't celebrate everybody. Hold on, now I stop. Let me read the super chat. Good looking now, boxing talk. Shout out to the Pastor de Boxeo preaching the message the YTBC needs is deeper than boxing. Boxing translates to life. We need men in life to dare to be great. Much love to chat. Jesucristo is the Lord. Good looking now, boxing talk. You already know que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano. God first, everything second. 5 plus 5 equals shoot champions. You already know how I say it. God is good. God is everything, man. Shout out to everybody, man. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. I'll take this thing now. Shy in the building was good, Shy. Savage in the building was good. Now I'm seeing the chat because I'm on the red light right now. So let's keep preaching. Let's keep preaching. Let's keep preaching. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. The next time Terence Bud Crawford got a fight, it has to be one of the biggest events in the sport of boxing. This is the first time in a long time that an American fighter is getting loved. Terence Bud Crawford did not needed to create a villain. And let me tell you like this, folks. Bud Crawford had the story to create himself as a villain. Hey, yo, let's be real, let's be honest. We pressured in the past Bud Crawford to follow the green print, to become a villain, to talk shit more. How many times we said that throughout his top rank days? Damn, Bud Crawford don't talk enough. Man, he boring. Man, he this, he that. And guess what? He made it to be king as a beloved American fighter. Not even Muhammad Ali could have played that card. Floyd Mayweather couldn't play that card. Oscar De La Hoya was the last loved American fighter. Loved. Mike Tyson, after his stint in jail, had to be the villain, had to talk his ish. It became a trend that the only way that you're gonna get the money and the notoriety and the traffic if that you or if you become a villain, if you talk trash. Adrian Broner was being, hey, if you think about it, Adrian Broner was already getting more money than all these guys before he lost to Michael Maidana. He was trying to follow the blueprint, talk that ish, be ignorant, be arrogant. Terence Crawford never subscribed to that. And this is why we need to uplift and keep uplifting Bud Crawford. And I'm gonna do my job. If I have a voice or the little small voice that I have, I'm gonna keep on and I'm gonna keep on preaching. Dímelo wrong in the building. Sunday school in session. Con los 10 pesos. Gracias, mi hermano, de lo mío. So, folks, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Those that's following the channel, don't get mad. Because I'm going to be preaching about Terence Bud Crawford a lot. And as long as he stays active, because I want him to stay active, I think it's important for him to stay active. I know it's hard for a fan and people to say, yo, Bud, keep on fighting, especially after he has accomplished what he has accomplished. And he just turned 38 years old. But I feel like boxing needs Bud Crawford now more than ever. In America, we need something like this. We need Bud Crawford. We need Bud Crawford to lead the way. And I could see that Bud Crawford is becoming a high influence on other fighters. Like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson want to follow in the footsteps. He want to become a full division world champion. He wants Tio. Tio's willing to fight Shakur Stevenson. If Tio beat Shakur Stevenson, can you imagine the resume of Teofimo Lopez already by the age of 27, 28? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This guy just came while we praising Terence Bud Crawford, and he said to delete my channel. Should I block this guy? And that's what I mean. We talk so positive, and then here comes somebody and says, delete your channel. Why? You hate Bud Crawford? You hate greatness? Should I block him? Because I'm feeling like I'm feeling it. I'm in a positive vibe, and I don't want no negativity. Block him. Hold on. I can't do it for mine. Nah, I'm gonna let the hater live. If y'all got a wrench, y'all can block him for me. I'll give y'all the green light because I'm driving at the moment. Y'all can block the hater. People ain't never happy. Some people will want me to talk negative just to make it entertaining, but no, I could still be positive and entertaining. Hey, I was wrong, but it's still a blessing. It's still a blessing, y'all. Let me park right here, because black are the greatest fighters. Good, 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 good. I think Americans are the greatest fighters. This is just another hurt pro black DJ MFB. That's what I mean. Like it's always I'm saying that American, we should stand by our fighters. How about you listen to what Bud Crawford, my brother, listen to what Bud Crawford said in his speech when he said Basically, God bless my blacks, God bless my white race, God bless the Latinos, God bless the Asians. Punch, you have shown humility in all this. You don't need to feel you. No, no, no. I'm not, it's not an apology. I'm just saying that, you know, that also I want to use my voice, and truly, truly give all the praise to Terence Crawford, because he is the bar, and we need him more than ever in American boxing. We need him more than ever in American boxing. It's still not good enough. He still wants you to delete the channel. Um, because now that bar, like, think about it. If Boots want to fight Terence Crawford, right, in which he's acknowledged he forget about that fight, right? Terence Crawford had the right to be like, yo, my man, do to get to my level, you got to do some great shit. Now is the new bar, bro. Is a new bar. A 3 division undisputed world champion. We probably might never see that again. We probably might never see that again. Just like we might never see an 8 division world champion, Manny Pacquiao. We might never see that again. Think about it. Let's say, okay, who's close? Who's close in the next generation? I mean, they took the undisputed, so Tio never had an undisputed. Let's say Devin Haney. Devin Haney would have to go in the welterweight division and scrape everybody, get the belts, and then go to the 154-pound division. Yeah, I believe that Devin Haney gonna do it. Who's the other young fighter that got it undisputed? Is Bam Rodriguez gonna do it? Now I think that Inoue has the skill set to do it. I think Inoue is probably, but Inoue is not American. But I think Inoue has a possibility of doing it. You know, Shaw said, "Do you think that Bud may retire after this big win?" I hope not. I hope not, and that's what I'm saying. I hope that he doesn't retire. I think there's some great fights. Again, I just feel like, yo, just let's support these fights. Like, let's say for the past couple of days, and it gets like like I used to think that this community was really hardcore, and look, I've built a channel and I got great support from y'all and all of that, but it's like I feel like in this community, whoever hates more, it's like a race of who's the biggest hater. Like every time, even with Buck Crawford, right? Every time I say a fight, there's a community that shut it down. Like in 168-pound division, if he's gonna defend his title in 168, I said, yo, what about Demetrius Andre? Man, people dislike it. Okay, what about Jamar Charlo? Man, people dislike it. Oh, y'all don't want Edgar Balaga. Y'all don't want Jaime Munguia. So who he's gonna defend the title with if he's gonna stay? And that's what I mean. Like, we're fight fans. At the end of the day, hey, yo, Bud Crawford is not going to outdo what he did versus Canelo, because Canelo Alvarez was the king in the 168-pound division. But if he's gonna stay active, he's gonna have to fight these type of fights at 168. Now, if he's gonna go to David Benavidez at 175, and David Benavidez already said that he's not gonna come down to 168, so we gotta X out David Benavidez. So we gotta stay within the 168 that Bud Crawford could stay. And or if he wants to go down to 160, or bring up somebody from 160 to 168, or have a catch weight at 165, what are the names that's going to keep on enhancing his legacy, keep on keeping the morality of daring to be great, staying to be great? What are the fights? What are the fights? 175 too much. Shiraz at Wembley. Okay, then all right. So it seems like Shiraz. All right, so Shiraz. Let's get the Shiraz and book Crawford. If that's what the people want to see, that's the guy that people we want to see. Shiraz and 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 Bud. I mean, I wasn't all up on Shiraz, right? But at what that's 154. I don't think that Bud is going to 154. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya said that Virgil Ortiz could come up from 160, right? Come up to 160. So that's a possibility. I would like to see the winner of Thurman and Fundora fight Terence Bud Crawford. Thurman and Bud is a fight that been talked about years ago. Fundora versus Bud, I think that would be good. That would be a good one. I think that would be a nice, entertaining fight. Shiraz is at 168 now. But if that's what people want, you know, I still feel like he should have. The thing with the Shiraz thing, I feel like Carlos Adamas got purely robbed, and I feel like nobody has hold him accountable for giving for fighting that fight again. Like, why are we not talking about Carlos Adamas versus Shiraz? Why we just gave Shiraz a pass, and you know what it is, see, and this is what I'm talking about. See that the UK fans, they don't hold that against Shiraz. They want the Bud. They lift their fighters up like beyond the controversial, beyond the draw. See, if he was American, everybody be calling Shiraz a bum, and I don't think that Shiraz a bum. But we will be saying, if Shiraz was American, we will be saying, man, you only knocked out Berlanga. You ain't doing nothing. And who's Berlanga? But if I say Demis Andre, if I say Jamal Charlo, who undefeated, most of the people will be like, nah, F them. But Shiraz get the fight. Shiraz is good enough. Good looking out wrong. Con los 5 pesos. Sad facts punch. Bud can't outdo himself after Canelo. It's about giving the rest chance Canelo gave him. Thank you. And the chance that Canelo didn't give to others. Thank you. Thank you. Facts after facts after facts. Now, Bud, see, Bud, and this is what I like. This is the truth. Bud always preached about not getting the proper opportunity at the timely fashion. Bud felt like he was blackballed by PBC years ago, right? They made him go through hurdles, right? Bud was not the A side versus Canelo. Bud was not the A side versus Earl Spence. This is now truly the Bud Crawford era. This is truly the Bud Crawford era. But by being the king, it's your time to give the opportunity. Benavides or move back to 160, but only to fight the guys from 154 to meet him up at 160 because 160 loaded. Oh, I think that there's some good fights at 168, but what is the hate for the guys at 168 though? Like guys, like between Charlo and Andre, they is only one defeat, bro. Why are we passing by? If at 160, I think those are great matchups. Let's want him to defend those belts. That's one thing that Bud never did. Bud never defended his undisputed at 140. He never defended his undisputed at 147. Why just can't we, as American boxing fans, says, yo, you know what, man? Could Bud do to Demetrius Andre what Benavides did to him? Hey, yo, I want to see who's gonna beat Jamar Charlo and Billy. Let's go. That's what I mean. Hamza is a good cut. See, we shit on the American fighters. Nah, bro. I'm sorry, folks. I'm gonna rock with our American fighters from now on. I just see in this community, y'all shit on them too much. I just can't. To be honest, folks, I gotta be I can't focus doing boxing content. Like I feel fake doing the boxing content. Like, oh yeah, M Billy and Bud. No, fuck that. M Billy didn't do nothing yet. M Billy had a fucking draw with Lester. All right? No, never was a world champion. He does not get Bud. Champions, American champions that y'all motherfuckers want to put down the fucking road. No, I fucks with my American fighters now. Full blown. Fuck everybody else for the whole year. For the rest of the year. Is, in my opinion, is Bud, Andrade, Bud, Charlo. Give me a Bud or Diego Pacheco. Give me a Bud or Diego Pacheco. If he goes to 160, Bud, I mean, there's no other like Bud and Lara. Bud, yeah, give me the Jennebeck if he want to become a unified champion. But right now, I'm focused on Bud at 168. DJ MFB said Jamar Charlo and Bud. Thank you. Good fight. Good fight. There's a man that's undisputed. I mean, that's undefeated. Let's not act like Jamar Charlo is not a two division world champion. Let's stop acting like Jamar Charlo was a fucking bum. No, he not, bro. Got one of the best jabs in boxing today. Probably the best jab in boxing. Top of this hate, bro. I'm tired of it, yo. Oh, let's close a chapter of this era. Big puncher too. You know what it is, Shy? Everybody knows that it will be a good fight, but people be capping. They be capping. That's what gets me tight. They know that Bud and Andre will be a great fight. They know that Andre and Charlo will be a great fight. They know that Charlo and Bud will be a great fight. They know it. But it's something about this community that they just act like they 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 act like it's not a good matchup. So it's easy to say, what about M. Billy? Why M. Billy? Why M. Billy? Why M. Billy? Because there's not a hate narrative towards M. Billy. Now let's get the people that didn't get the chance to get the Bud Crawford opportunity. When Bud Crawford got Canelo, but let's be real, let's be honest. A Charlo deserved that opportunity in the middleweight division. An Andre deserved the Canelo Alvarez fight. Andre deserved a Triple G fight. A Charlo deserved the Triple G fight. I think now that they're in 168, and these are two credible names that could give Bud Crawford a good matchup stylistically. Those are the fights at 168. And how much you want to bet if somebody asks Bud, yo, Bud, what you think about the Mise Andre? Bud will humble all these haters right away. Bud will humble these haters right away. Because he knows the Mise Andre very well. He knows the Mise Andre very well. How much you want to bet? Bud ain't going to be like, yeah, I'll fuck him up. He ain't going to say that. But ladies and gentlemen, this one got to be a short one. Because I got to go and I got to do a couple of things, man. But I'm going to drop another video later on. Y'all going to be up. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next. Shout out to Bud.